This is before the podcast. A little behind the scenes. We have a very special guest that's going to be on very soon. Well, actually, no, I'm the special guest, actually. I just want to let you guys know, you guys are dope. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Bye.
Okay, timer. Set the timer really quick. 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Those are all down there. Okay. Timer is going. Let's sit her down, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Ready?
I am pumped. I'm freaking pumped today.
Okay, hold on a second. So let's just give it a moment. Welcome everybody to the Honor Okay.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the Honor Podcast, where the tang is always flowing and you never know where the conversation's going. What are you doing?
It's you didn't know?
I should bring this forward actually. What are you up to?
Dude, it's the running theme today. I'm so pumped, bro.
We're running today.
We're running today. Yep, that's what we're doing.
You didn't tell me about this. Hold on.
You didn't know it was... Oh, dang. Jeez.
Let's just kind of get... One second. I got a little... Okay, running
Because
theme?
we are very excited today.
Running theme? Where are your
Is running themed? Okay. All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to take these off so I don't get so egotistical. Anyway.
Today, everybody, we have a very special guest.
Really?
Who is here today.
Who is it, Nate? Wait.
So weighing in at 400 pounds of muscle. Give it up for Coach Harry.
Coach Harry! Oh, you might want to come from this side.
Yeah, other way.
All right. You don't want to walk behind us. Hold.
All right.
There he is.
All right.
Oh, yeah. We got a special guest for you guys today. Coach Harry, our cross-country coach for junior and senior year.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I have to say, first of all, Coach Harry is probably one of my favorite coaches I've ever had. I've had many coaches, and he is definitely one of the best.
Coach Mal, if you're watching, you're also pretty good too.
He's great too.
Yeah. No, both of you guys are great. Oh yeah.
All right. So
Nate, I heard you got some questions for Coach.
I have some quick fire.
Can I ask you, is Coach Mal a subscriber?
I don't know. His son might be.
Well, I'm a subscriber, so Coach Mal, if you step up,
Dang.
I'm just saying.
Early beat.
Hey, I'm just saying, Coach Mal, you're great, but you're not a subscriber.
Uh-oh.
If you want to step up into the ranks, you got to subscribe. And that goes for everybody out there. They need to subscribe.
He's going straight in. I should hire this guy for my management.
ABC.
Jeez.
Always be closing.
Oh,
Always be closing. Haven't you ever seen
Wise
Glenn
words.
Glenn Ross?
don't think so.
Good Lord. No wonder. You got to watch it. Classic.
Okay.
Great movie.
So yes, I have some quick fire questions
All right,
for Coach
hold
Harry.
on. Put on my seatbelt. Go. How's it work?
I like this.
All right, here we go.
I
So
get 2 words?
you only have a maximum of 2 words for each answer.
Okay.
All right, ready?
All right.
Favorite stretch.
Man stretch.
Longest run.
50 miles.
Wow. Worst injury.
Running related?
Yeah.
Okay, that was clarification. I
2 words.
I. That's it. Wow, what an injury. Oh, he's talking about his eyes.
He's actually blind.
Yeah.
I guess left quad.
Left quad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, best food.
I don't have 2 words for steak. Just steak.
Perfect.
Just
Yeah,
steak.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
steak. That works.
Yes.
Well done.
That is the best food.
Awesome. All right.
Very nice.
So now you guys know a little bit more about Coach Harry. The reason why this is, I guess, running themed is because, again, he is our cross country coach, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty dope. We ran because
He
now
beat
we
us to the ground till we were sweaty and bloody and a bit teary-eyed.
Section champions.
And section champions.
The winningest program in the history of Division 5 ever.
Really?
We have the most wins in a row of any team in our section.
Wow.
That's dope.
All the way back to 1930.
That's insane.
Yes. Yes.
Dang.
I know.
Was the school even around that?
I didn't even know.
No.
It wasn't even better
It
back
wasn't, but
then.
I'm saying all the teams all the way back, we've won
Mm-hmm.
4 in a row. Nobody else has won 4 in a row in D5, and only 2 teams have won 5 in a row, but they were in D1 and D2,
Mm-hmm.
and that is Jesuit and Del Campo. Nobody else has won 5 in a row in any division.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
That's
we have a
ridiculous.
chance this year.
I'm surprised it's even in D1 because D1's such a and
It's
for
a meat
5
grinder.
years.
It's a meat grinder.
Because you're losing everybody that you had in a period of 5 years.
Sure, but
So-
that speaks to the strength of a program.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesuit obviously huge, storied program, and Del Campo for years had those same 2 coaches. Remember the old guys who came over?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
were the guys.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The street guys,
The ones
right?
we were worried were gonna just tear us into the
Oh,
ground and absolutely destroy us.
They were great coaches. The problem was they were a little nervous about the spiritual responsibilities of being it's different being a coach at Capital.
Yeah. Obviously.
Your spiritual responsibilities got to come first. So
Yeah.
Yep.
And they were talking about how we were going to be running in the mornings, every morning, and then also in the afternoons. And people were getting scared. A lot of
Yeah, like
people,
all
I
the
think,
stretch
were leaving
plans.
the cross country team at that point because they didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
well, obviously the hard part is we took out the weightlifting this year because I'm having a hard time getting everybody to put their miles in. But I've got 4 people right now who are running in the mornings in addition to the afternoons. Of course. Jack.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jack runs 3 days a week.
Oh,
Justin,
definitely.
Pinky,
Yep.
and who was the 4th one?
Natalie?
No, Natalie
Yeah,
lifts in the
yes,
mornings, but
yes.
she's not interested.
So she does live.
Oh yeah,
I knew it.
With
Okay.
me.
My parents were telling me that she's like, oh yeah, Natalie doesn't like weightlift or like run for fun and stuff. I was like, I'm pretty sure she does.
Oh, Natalie totally weightlifts. Yeah, Natalie's a beast. She's very strong. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You got something else for us, Nate, or should
And
we
I
get into
do,
some
yes.
conversation?
I do have some. I want to know actually
Okay.
about your past weightlifting routine. Because I know you
I've
lift a
done
lot of
lots
weights.
of weight. I've done lots of. Okay. So I
You still-
started off weightlifting as a bodybuilder. I was 135 pounds when I was in college, and I decided that I could no longer be the best. So I quit running cross country. I was 6'1", 135, and I was running 100 miles a week in college. And then I went straight into weightlifting. So then I did bodybuilding for about 3 years and got to a 500-pound bench and a 600-pound deadlift and a 600-pound squat. And then I went to powerlifting for a while. So, yeah. So I've done lots of different programs, lots of different ways of weightlifting, but yeah. But mostly powerlifting type moves, basic bench squat, deadlift, cleans.
Yeah. Wow. What kind of stuff do you do now though? Like
Now I keep it basic. So like this morning I did chest and tries. I do chest and tries Monday and Thursday, back and buys Tuesday and Friday, and then legs on Wednesdays, take weekends off. And then I run with the team. So I changed that up this year.
Yeah.
Now I run with the team so that I have more time. So I don't have to get up at 4 in the morning and run on my own and then run practice. So now I just run with the team. So I do their workout in the afternoon.
You know what I just realized? He's the Mr. Collins of the running side of things because both of them are waking up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Mr. Collins is up at 4 praying,
Oh my God.
and then Coach Harry's up running. Both of them
I'm
are
sure
just...
he's trained.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're both of them. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they're both devoted to what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's good.
amazing.
I want to bring something up because I'm sure everyone is curious as to why the tank top has a bunch of signatures or black marks. You might not be able to tell from there, but it's a bunch of signatures on it. So there you go. That's what it looks like. So do you want to explain that for everyone?
This is part of the really awesome gear I got last year at the end of the cross country season. This is a signature by everybody on the cross. Of course, I do not own wife beater tank tops, and I never wear them.
Oh my goodness.
But it's a requirement on this podcast to wear the wife beater.
He
So
knows.
I did.
He knows.
This is the only one I own, but this is usually hanging up in my gym, and then along with the shoe and the honor board, and then the picture of our section championship team and the pennant, which ended up at my house.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Capital. All that's up in my office, but this tank top was signed by everybody because of the wife beater, and everybody, they constantly look for excuses to wear a wife beater.
He's exposing.
Yes. So, and of course, they were roundly mocked on the team. So, but we, so this usually is hanging up in my...
praised, same thing.
Same thing. So yeah, again, it's very much, we've talked about how cross country and the origin of honor a little while ago, but it's a serious thing on the cross country team.
Yes.
And so this kind of ties in a little bit with that. This was more of Matthew's idea, so you guys can give him props for that.
Wife beaters are very honorable.
But yeah, it's serious business on the Honor Podcast.
All right.
But yeah,
that's why I came proper.
Oh yeah, and we're glad for repping. If you want to be a guest, just again, you just have to have two things: a tank top and honor. That's all you gotta have.
And you have to be able to enjoy Tang, which unfortunately, Coach Harry does not want to have
seems to be a problem here. You don't want to drink any of the Tang?
Okay, two reasons. One, I don't drink sugar drinks.
Okay, that's respectable.
And two, this is coffee. And why is it coffee? Because I'm a man.
Oh,
that's how it works.
Dang. So
yeah,
me personally, I'm not much of a coffee drinker. That's just me. I'll drink hot chocolate. That's like what I'll get when I go to
cop to it.
Starbucks.
I never drank coffee except for one time I was cutting for a bodybuilding contest. Then I would drink 2 pots a day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was gross. But I was eating almost nothing. And so I had to lose. I lost like 30 pounds. And I was already pretty lean. But I was getting down into competition shape. And I drank coffee then, but I only enjoyed it after I was about 25.
Got it. Yeah.
So,
I like the smell of coffee.
Give yourself time.
The smell of coffee is fantastic.
Wait till you have to study all night, and you're,
I have some night classes at Cal Poly, so
okay.
I might have to start drinking coffee.
You'll break down.
You'll give in.
It's part of the Industrial Revolution. There was a huge documentary on mirroring the Industrial Revolution and the rise of tea and coffee shops throughout Europe and the United States.
Wow.
Coach Harry's got some
factoids
down. Yeah, I'm about to he's been dropping a couple things like a little tidbits. I'm over. Okay.
Hey, it's all there if you want to hear it.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Okay, Nate, do you have anything else for us?
Oh yes. So as well, so I don't know if any of you guys watching enjoy running or would like to have a healthy diet plan or a healthy type of running plan. But I was wondering, Coach Harry, if you have some tips for any of those aspiring runners out there that would like to take to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or take the next level. Yeah.
Well, a couple of things. From a diet standpoint, balance is important, and eating non-processed food is important. The biggest thing with running, with stopping smoking, with making any life change is to be incremental, to make a 2% change, not a 50% change. Because you're not going to change everything about you in one day and have it stick, right? So incremental change. So if you want to change your diet, change one thing for 3 weeks and then look at another thing. So for instance, stop drinking sodas and anything with sugar in it. Just do that first.
Well,
Tang.
Right?
Yeah, that's
They have a sugar-free Tang. They have a Tang with sugar alcohols and a sugar alcohol, erythritol, sucralose.
Whoa, alcohol is not honorable.
Yes, no. But none of those are all things that your body cannot metabolize. So all it does is taste, and then it passes through. So, if you get rid of sugary drinks first, and then the next thing you just want to balance. Don't eat processed food. Cut back on sugar. Try and eat 20% fats, 40% carbs, 40% protein, something like that. Balance your diet out like that. That's a good thing for diet. For running, it's all incremental change. So start off, run as far as you can. If it's half a mile, great, run half a mile. The next day, run 5 steps further, right? Just incrementally, give yourself a long-term thing. I'm still running now, and I started when I was 13. So, you can run. The beauty of running is it's a sport you can do for the rest of your life, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah, you can always run. So take the long view on it. Don't think that you're going to get in shape in a month, right? You're not. So it's a constant pursuit, but just let yourself grow little bit by little bit, and just remember, runners run.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's the phrase right there.
That's it.
And I want to touch on too, because he was mentioning how you can run for all your life, is that all y'all think that we're crazy for going out there and running. A lot of people do. It's just like, why? How can you enjoy that?
I don't blame them.
You can run longer in your older age, because you actually get better at running when you get into your 30s, is when you see more your long distance, actually like more endurance. And then you can still keep with it until you're super, just way old and like before you keel over. There's people out there it's crazy. They're running long distances it's insane. So just so you guys know, for any of you guys who think that running is torture, don't worry. You can experience torture your whole life.
No, I mean, I personally, like, at first didn't really enjoy it that much. Like, once you kind of get into it and like get a plan going and like kind of get your diet set towards like kind of your goals and stuff, like, it becomes like a lot more enjoyable, I think. Like, that's kind of what happened for me like throughout the years. I mean, because I kind of like, I was doing it because a lot of my friends are doing it. Like, I want to be with my friends and like like have more people to hang out with. But it honestly like really helps to just keep me in shape for like soccer, especially. Like,
that's another thing. In shape. That's what's so funny, because I want to bring this up too, is how that was the directors or whatever of the whole running for all the schools. It was like the break period is where you're not allowed to work out or do your sport, right? You're not allowed to actually
the dead period.
Yeah. So with running, you can't really do that. Right. Because you're not allowed to do your sport. So if you're football, you can't go out and play football. If you're soccer, you can go out and do conditioning. But you can exercise and work out and prepare for what you're doing. The problem with running is there's nothing else besides the conditioning for running is running. It's not like, I mean, obviously you're not going to meets and such, but to run, you have to just run.
I mean, we did do like weightlifting stuff too.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Bit upper body stuff to like,
it's very vague.
Have like a balance.
We just addressed this with our league representative, and he went to the section guys and said, "Hey, come on, let's clarify this." And they didn't want to clarify it. So, I mean, the bottom line is you just aren't supposed to have a bunch of formal practices and doing, but if you send everybody out on a run, they're not going to sweat it, So, yeah, it is weird.
Mm-hmm. But running is the base of all sports.
Yes.
So you guys keep that in mind.
Yes.
You wouldn't have your sport if it wasn't for running. We're just going to try to convert people to running.
You're welcome.
This is what
this is a big ad for just getting people to run.
Yes, this is exactly. I'm going to reset the timer really quick because it's Jank Podcast.
All right, perfect.
Reconvene in 2 seconds.
That's good though, because I can get a couple props actually.
All right.
So I need to get some paper.
Dang it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
So, game show time. Honor game.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
We got a wonderful game coming up for you guys. So basically how this is going to work is we're kind of going to do it in wits and wager style. I don't know if you guys have played that game. But basically, what you do is I'm going to ask you guys questions that are number based.
Black.
And so, what? Okay.
I gave him the black Sharpie.
Okay. And so basically, I'm going to ask you guys some questions that are number based. And so you guys are going to try and give me the closest answer that's closest to the exact answer that I have on here. Mm-hmm. And whoever loses, this is serious. Mm-hmm. Whoever loses this does not get to drink their drink.
Say what now?
Does not. Yeah, whoever loses, so you won't be able to drink Tang if you lose, and Coach Harry will not be able to finish his coffee if he loses.
Okay. I have to win.
So the stakes,
you know what?
Are very high.
I'm a little. I'm just gonna put this right here because I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll fill it up.
This is a numbers based.
This is numbers based.
So the answer should be in the form of a number.
Yes.
And it's the closest number.
Yep.
Without going over,
It can go over a little bit, whichever one's closest.
Okay.
I'll fill it up, guys. I'm that confident. I'm confident that we can
Wow.
pull it out. That we can.
Jeez.
I will do it for the power of
Put on all
Tang.
your medals, you know.
All right.
The power of
So
Tang
overconfident.
compels me. I must win this.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Luke, are you ready?
Now that I got my Sharpie out, yes.
Coach Harry, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Luke, are you ready?
Is this quick fire or is this just one at a time?
This is just one at a time.
Okay.
Nice and steady.
Let's hold
Nice
up our
and slow.
papers for the audience to see when we finish writing it.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the silver sharp. Anyways, so the first question is, what is the world record time for the marathon?
Oh goodness. 2.
Ooh. Let's see, Luke. Let's see.
Oh gosh, yeah, I won't be able to see here. Can we
Let's
just share? Can we share?
Yeah.
I already have it.
Yeah, can I
That
see?
was-
No, I'm saying can we share like
Oh,
pens? 'Cause they-
pens?
yeah, because they can't see the. 2.
Yeah, I'm like, why'd you get the silver one?
Like.
Okay. Oh.
All right.
All right, let's hold up
That's
the
my-
answers.
that's my answer.
We have 2 hours and 10 seconds and 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Yes.
Coach Harry is the winner.
Yes, I am.
Dang.
I saw that race.
1 point for him.
Yes, and it was outstanding. That was their first attempt in trying to break
Was
the
it?
2-hour marathon.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
was.
That's
3 different people.
Can you imagine me running 5 minutes per mile?
4:32.
Get another like black sharpie real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's get another black
Check the
sharpie.
drawer. Check the drawer.
Which drawer is it? Just so like you have two. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. Now we are ready. All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me set the timer again. Okay, y'all. Technical difficulty. We were in the middle of that, and the camera battery died. So very professional. But
Yes. Anyways.
we took the
so-
time to get a thick Sharpie. But as I was saying, so 4:30. Can you imagine running 26 miles only just to come 2 minutes, like 2 minutes off? That's so
No.
heartbreaking.
Oh, it's well, and they're saying that he has a shot at it this year at Berlin, so he's going for it. But that he's shooting for that 1:59. So yeah,
It's-
the fastest mile I ever ran for 1 mile was 4:32. So to run that 26 times in a row,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, crazy town.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And so we might end up seeing this. It'd be somewhat like when the 4-minute mile was broken, that people just start doing it now. That's possible.
You totally will.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that might be a thing. We'll see.
You totally
Yeah.
will.
So the official answer is 2 hours, 1 minute, and 39 seconds.
Dang.
That's
Coach
the
is
official
real
world record
close.
time. All right, on to the next question.
How many questions are there? Just so.
There's 5 questions.
Okay, 5
Not too
questions. Oh gosh, so I'm already in the
Actually,
hole.
wait. Oh no, it's 5. It's 5.
Yeah. I'm drinking my Tang while I can.
All right, Tangy, let's go.
Okay, next question. So yeah, these will get progressively a bit harder
Okay.
as we go
Flip 'em
on.
over.
So just be ready. Okay.
All right.
Next question. How long is a pole vault pole?
Oh goodness gracious. Oh no.
See, it gets tricky. It gets tricky. All right, see the answers. We got 10 feet and we got 12 feet. Coach Harry is the closest.
Ah. This
The answer
looking
is
good for me.
17 feet 5 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
17 feet?
They
17
only
feet.
are 17 feet?
Yep. That is the measurement.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, different pole vaulters are going to have different. I know they have different levels of
Oh yeah. Like
rigidity.
how high it is.
Well, no, how rigid they are. You know what I mean? Because
Oh.
some of them are going to have more of. If you're heavier, the heavier you are, the more level of rigidity you want to propel you over. So, like somebody who's lighter or a girl is not going to want as much bend because they're lighter. They're going to end up over the pit. You know what I mean? So you got to have. It depends on your body weight, on your body strength.
Wow.
Very technical. Pole vault is very technical.
All right, Google.
Capital
Google.
does not have a pole vault program because it costs $20,000 for all the pits. Yeah,
Dang.
Yeah, Google is not very honest with me then. That is.
Yes.
there's a lot to a pole vault pole.
Still, Coach Harry
17.5 though.
was higher.
Okay.
I can't lose now. I
Yeah,
can't.
you better.
Sure you can.
Better get yourself
Sure you
together,
can.
Lou.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a mathematic possibility.
After you've won 2, there is
One and done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a 100%
Yeah.
possibility. So
All
far.
right.
Okay,
Here we go.
next question. What is the maximum amount of spikes allowed for sprinting spikes?
Oh dang.
The maximum amount of spikes in
Yes.
your shoe,
Allowed in your
This
shoe
is like
for
height
sprinting
or
spikes.
the amount.
Just the amount.
This is all geared way towards Coach Harry.
This is the maximum amount.
You should have paid attention.
Yeah, I should have gone into this knowing that it would have been very running
Okay,
based.
we have Coach's answer. Good luck.
Okay.
What's your answer?
16.
So we got 16 and we have
6.
Coach Harry wins.
No!
Thank you.
What was it?
The answer is 8.
Oh,
Is the maximum allowed for
I should have gone a little
I
lower.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well,
Okay, well.
you already lost.
Oh no,
so-
let's take it from
We're
here.
we're still
keep
going.
no.
This is the
Here.
fun time. We're
Yeah.
gonna still continue the question.
Now we're just going. We're playing
just-
for pride.
he's just playing for
for
pride.
pride, Luke.
They told me confidence was key. It did not work.
Overconfidence is a killer.
I guess that's true.
Never underestimate Coach Harry.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Next one.
Coach Harry is the one.
Okay, next question. So this is a bit tough. All right.
All right.
Okay.
How many muscles are used to take one step when you run?
Oh goodness.
How many muscles are you?
So
Yeah. How many muscles in your body are used?
I know there's.
to take one step.
Oh gosh. This has got to taking one step.
Taking one step when you run. Okay. Oh, Luke wins it.
Oh,
Yeah.
172. What's
The answer is 200.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
I said 43.
I was
So,
super
here's-
shocked.
here's
That's
how
a
I-
lot of muscle.
Here's
That's a
how
lot.
I gauged this is
Okay.
because I heard somewhere recently on how many it takes to smile is somewhere in the
26 or something
yeah.
like that.
So it's something like that. So I was thinking, okay, you're obviously taking a step, which is all of this, and there's around I believe 300 something muscles in the human body, as I believe is
Very
what the
good.
number is. It's somewhere in that ballpark.
Very good, Luke.
So you
So
got the core. Your core is involved. Arm
yeah.
swing.
and I was
Yeah,
just
that's
thinking,
a
it's
good
like
point.
if you're going to be using running as something that's going to be conditioning for your actual sport, it obviously is working out a lot of different muscles in order to get
if you're
just-
using running as anything but your actual sport, really, you got to rethink your life.
yeah. So
I'm just saying.
so I figured, okay, if you're using basically most of your lower body and your chest, even just breathing, right, just in like how you move your torso and your even possibly your arms too. I was like, okay, it's got to be somewhere in the most of your body is being used. So I guess 172.
200.
200.
The more you
insane.
know.
I'm happy that I got
That's
one
good.
question. I'm happy
Excellent.
with
There you
that.
go, Luke.
But you have one more chance.
We have one more question.
Yes.
The final question is, what is the minimum amount of calories that you can burn per minute while running?
The minimum.
The
Minimum?
minimum.
Ooh,
amount
that's
of
a good
calories.
one. That's a good one.
Even in
Minimum.
a slow jog. Even in a really slow jog.
Okay. I'm glad it's closest.
Luke got the exact
What?
answer.
Yes!
10.
Yeah.
10 per
It
minute.
is 10 per minute.
I would have thought it would have been more than that.
Wow.
That's
very
excellent.
impressive, Luke.
Dang.
You were
Impressive.
so
That
close,
was-
but no tang.
He came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came back the last two. but-
Yep.
I'm just happy I
Unfortunately,
got
no
one
thank you.
exactly on the money.
Hey, but
So-
guys, playing for
Very
pride, I like it.
There we go. Playing for honor.
All right.
So 100. So the reason I guess this one, I kind of want to go into this one's really quick. It was just running on the treadmills back when it was smoking and we had to run inside last year, guys.
We
Well,
weren't smoking.
No. Yeah, no. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
No.
The air was smoking.
Back when we had the fires
That was
in Paradise
bad.
and
That was
everything,
terrible.
it was
I was
bad
out.
outside.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
That hurts.
God.
That hurts a lot. I'm being barred from Tang on my own podcast.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
we were running on the treadmills, and usually when I run on the treadmill, I notice how I'll watch the calorie counter to some degree because it's on there, so I'll just watch it a little bit. But I always remember that it goes up very slowly. So even when we're starting out, we start out with a quick warm up of okay, we're going slow on the treadmill, and even then it's going up like do it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, and considering that like in a long run, I'll burn a couple hundred, almost getting closer to 1,000, I believe, but. It's somewhere in the lower hundreds is when I'll go for like a decently long run. So I was like, okay, it's got to be really low. So yeah, 10.
Well done. That was
Excellent.
very impressive.
So you
Very good.
you physically cannot burn less than 10 calories.
Yeah.
That's
According to
cool.
Google. This is all
Okay, yeah. At least it's not according to Wikipedia.
I actually almost got some of these answers from Wikipedia.
Mr.
Wow.
Fran would not approve.
He would not approve.
He would.
Fran, if you're watching this, I I hope you're having fun in Florida.
You think Mr. Fran would
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
this after how much we've talked about sports in this
Yeah,
entire...
he's there's
Again,
no way.
you need to check your subscriber list.
I can't do that.
And if you're not
sadly.
subscribed, you need to check yourself.
Are you gonna have a separate
gonna keep
account
this here.
for the podcast?
No, just for now. Maybe in the future. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, it's all on the one channel. So you get it all in one place.
Oh, and speaking of
Yeah, we
podcast,
didn't talk about that
We
yet.
didn't talk about. You want to share it?
Yes. So we got a new logo. We got a logo for the podcast, and I'm super stoked about it. So I'll pop that on screen right up here. There's the logo. I think it looks
Bang.
pretty dope.
Look at that.
Dang, wow.
Look at that
Banging.
detail.
That is insane.
amazing.
What a banger.
Can you imagine?
Right.
The detail on that.
No, but so that one was just kind of
How honorable.
yes.
How honorable.
I like that.
We're going to have you more often on this podcast.
So the logo was ever designed by Alina. So I'll give you guys the link in the description again. Same person who did the logo for my photography stuff. So always nice to have an artist around.
And she also did my logo for my...
she's just
channel
hooking
as
us
well.
all up right now.
She's hooking us up.
Yeah.
And showing off her amazing artistic abilities.
Yes. So she designed the logo. It was great. All she needed was a reference photo, and it was like, boom. And that's why I'm wearing this outfit, because I wanted to sport the outfit that's in the actual logo, without the headband, of course, and the hair. Sadly.
Oh yeah, I'm very disappointed. That
Not
you
me.
didn't keep the mullet, Luke.
You look terrible.
It's-
You need
What?
the haircut is great.
Didn't you have a mullet when you were like younger?
Yeah, in the 80s.
But like you look.
I mean, you're not wearing
that.
hammer pants. I mean, come
We
on,
need to
dude.
bring the
You
80s.
want that? Then go show up with the Miami Vice, white jacket over a colored T-shirt. Dude, do not sport. Hey, PSA, no mullets.
Oh my.
Mullets should
Come on.
never happen again. Never.
I want to go in.
Terrible idea.
I want to go into this because this is very relevant as to the opinion of mullets in general.
Okay.
I said this before, just people's opinions of mullets before, and I've even got the same response after I did the video, was there is no gray area. It is always either, Luke, it's either Luke, oh, I'm so mad that you cut the mullet, bro. You should have kept it. It would have been awesome. And then there's the far other side with like, thank the Lord you cut that off.
You know what the difference with a mullet
Yeah, like
is?
the
Let me
2%.
give you the difference with a mullet. I had a mullet,
You
right?
look great.
Now I don't have one. Now I'm married.
Oh
So you want a mullet? Mullet equals
my
no girlfriends,
goodness.
right?
Oh,
All your buddies will love it.
There's no way.
All your buddies will love it. Mullet equals no girlfriend. Right?
That's starting to make a lot of sense.
Yes.
Oh man.
There are lots of things like that. Like
That's
these.
funny.
Same thing.
What? No.
Yeah,
What?
no. Yes.
What?
Come on.
You're married
Yes.
and you're wearing one right now, though.
Yeah.
I have, well, no, I have my wedding ring on.
Like,
Yeah,
takes it off.
no,
On the
we're,
podcast.
only for the podcast, but yeah, come on.
To be fair, he's already secured, so I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already.
He doesn't
It's
have
been
to
He
worry.
can wear
years.
whatever he wants.
20 years, I'm in.
Okay, there
Yeah,
you go.
We're pretty solid at this point.
I don't know how Matt's gonna respond to that though.
Well,
If he was here right
does-
now, he'd.
Does Matt have a
he'd go
girlfriend?
off. Oh.
Okay,
he's
then.
not.
Okay.
He's not.
You say scoreboard.
Love it or hate it. Coach Harry's spitting facts.
Hey,
He's spitting fast.
scoreboard.
He's calling us out.
Just
Dang.
saying.
All right, but yeah, so logo, that was cool. Lena, link in description once again. And we're
Well
going to be
done.
getting, just so you guys know, this is going to be going up on actual iTunes podcast soon. So we're working at it. That's in the works right now.
Very
Now the logo's done.
I think
so.
it's time for a sponsor break.
Oh,
Yes.
I think so too.
I was
So
just about to get
you
into
guys have
that.
heard the fake sponsors before. Tang, right, which is one of the fake sponsors, and then obviously the shirts, the wife beaters.
Amazon
but-
Basics and Hanes.
Yeah. But Coach Harry, you got an actual
Yes.
quote unquote sponsor or
Well,
ad spot,
actually,
if it
the
is.
sponsor is you. You are the sponsor because we are having our yearly cross country fundraiser. We have one fundraiser throughout the year that we do that supports the entire team, pays for our invitationals, pays for our banquet, for our trip, hopefully return trip to the state meet that we go each year. So we do what is now is called the But Did You Die 3-hour fundraiser. So on Labor Day,
Oh my
we go
God,
out
that's great.
just like we did last year, and we will have music
Right.
and coffee and donuts for parents. Parents will be out there.
Oh.
Yes, and spectators. And then we will run for 3 hours on the track, as many laps as possible. So in the kind of run-a-thon format. So if you want to support somebody you can go to the website, which is
This one right here.
www.ccs.regfox.com/cchsrun.
I'll put the link in the description for you guys. So if you're low under, and you can go check that out down below.
Yep.
Very nice.
But yeah, so they can. What do they do when they sponsor?
So
the
when they
event?
sponsor, they have to put somebody's name in. You can put in Coach Harry. You can put in Coach Jesse. You can put in any of the individual people that are on the team. They just
You can
get
put in
credit
my
for
name.
it. You can put in
my
Luke.
name.
Put my name
Luke
as
is
well.
going to be running.
Yeah.
He's going to get now. Luke has what is
Oh, yeah,
the
he's
record,
Yes,
which is
yes.
21 3/4 miles in 3 hours.
That's almost a marathon, folks.
Yes. So Luke
Pretty
is
dang good.
Luke is going to try and keep his title. Anybody who breaks the 21 3/4 miles gets a $50 cash prize, right? But everybody has to raise money because we have to pay for the program, and that way it keeps the cost down for parents and everything else, and it's already expensive enough for parents. So yeah, just put their name in, and then you can either choose to sponsor per lap, or you can say, hey, I'm going to give a flat amount, $20, $50, whatever you're going to do.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's a wonderful way to just support the cross country team because we're out there, we're grinding. 3 hours ain't no joke.
You-
It ain't
you
no
guys
joke.
are out there.
It's work.
We'll see how long I
My
can
days
last.
are long
Yes.
past for me.
This-
Yeah.
the last year it was the 87 laps, I think, is how many it counted out to.
Yes.
But this year, I'm a little worried after I went to that one practice.
Yes.
I ran that and I was dead. To be fair, it was extremely hot out, so that's most of the reason why, and I was cramping up a little bit.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
brutal.
But-
No excuses.
Hey, I'm putting the work in now.
It will
I'm
be
making
cooler.
sure-
It will be
Work.
cooler on that day.
I'm putting in the work so that we can do it. I can
Yes.
run a marathon untrained, but I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off there. But we'll see. We're gonna give our best effort. I might not break my time, but we're sure gonna try to keep anyone else from doing
Nice.
that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Also, do you have another? Do you have another?
I
thing
do.
if you want?
Our other sponsor is the brand new Capital Christian Booster Club. So the Booster Club is there to support all of the programs. They support football and cross country and soccer and everything else. They are now selling these awesome stadium seats that are super. This is the best one. Even the ones from Costco, which are really nice, they don't have all this padding. This is nice.
That's really nice.
So these are
Actually,
brand new. Literally, they haven't even been sold yet. And I got one. Actually, I got two. They have the Cougar logo on the back, all Cougar colors, has the little hooks in the bottom. Oh, yeah, this is a high quality seat. But the Capital Christian Booster Club Stadium seat, that's on sale now, and you can get that either on Facebook at the Capital Christian Booster Club, or you can buy it at the football games on Friday.
There, that's
Very
dope.
nice.
I
is dope.
sat in those stands. After a while, it does get a little. It does get a
Yes.
little.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It
Can I sit down in it real fast?
Please do.
Let's put it on the. Let's put it on the
Yeah,
stool
please
really
test
quick.
it.
All right, try it out.
Let's
see
give
what
it.
you
Let's
think.
give it a test run.
Test drive.
All right.
This is
Just kinda-
world's first.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like the design of the back here, where it kind of like cups your back.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
This
Quality.
this is a lot better than a.
You're gonna have to say that the rest of the podcast now.
No.
What?
But I already had my Tang punishment. You took away my life from me.
Yeah. there
But
is
yeah,
one.
no, if you're someone, I think if you're someone, it's definitely a little more firm. So if you're someone who likes to firm but still have that nice comfy, I can imagine just chilling in this for a good couple hours if I'm watching a football
the
game.
most important thing too is it's like with the stadium seats, it supports all of the programs. The people in the Booster Club are working super hard to upgrade the
definitely high quality.
stadium. Yeah, they're doing lots of stuff to help out all
And a nice
around
package,
Capitol.
too.
Yeah, and they support. Not only do they support the the band. They support all the different programs at Capitol. So the Booster Club is trying to do some great stuff. So we want to support them. And also you can join up, be a member of the Booster Club.
There you go.
Very good.
I know we got some Capital viewers in here, so
Yes.
Oh yeah.
you guys know how it is.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that concludes our sponsorship spot.
That's our sponsorship.
So I'm again restart the camera and let's get into our last final segments.
Finally.
Weeds. Which way?
Which side? Which side's better?
Just go through this. Just go through this way.
on.
Well, you know what? Go through
real
the front.
quick. Boop, boop, boop. All right, 20 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
All right, as well, I actually want to talk about, this is very important, and runners get injured very frequently because they do not stretch properly. And so, I was wondering as well if you could get a couple of tips on proper stretching techniques and different types of stretches that are useful so that people don't get injured.
So one of the most important things you can do is all of the thought process on that has changed since I was a kid. When I was competing was in the 80s. And back then you did a lot of static stretching before, which means that you are staying in one place and you're doing a stretch like bend over, touch your toes, or a flamingo stretch where you're stretching the front of your quad before you ran. And now we find out that that's actually the opposite of what you want to do because you lose a lot of your power and strength in doing that. So to warm up, you want to do a dynamic stretch, which means it's a movement process stretch, such as, a sidearm hop, or, there's a whole
high knees,
bevies, high knees, butt kickers, all that kind of different stretches that you can do beforehand. And there's tons of different ones you can just look up on Google that'll give you a whole bevy of stretches that are a good balance. But do your dynamic stretches before you run, and then after you run, it's really more of a mobility work where you focus on your lower back, you focus on your hips, you focus on your quads and your hamstrings and everything else. So one of the things I can best recommend is that you spend 10 minutes a day doing mobility work, doing some kind of work to keep yourself loose. Yeah. One of the best places you can go is Dr. Kelly Starrett is a physical therapist, doctor of physical therapy. And his website is mobilitywod.com. And you can go there and they have free videos and you can look it up on YouTube. He has a lot of free videos, but lots of different stuff you can do.
Very
So
nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Getting
I think,
the good infos.
Yeah, definitely like a few of the people on our team have gotten injured a lot. I know Matt especially has gotten some unfortunate injuries.
Those were crisis injuries. I mean, broken bones are not going to be solved by stretching, but
there has been,
hip flexors,
and like what's that one called on the shin? Oh, shin splints.
Shin splints
are the big one.
And those are easy to fix. Easy to fix. It just takes time. Plantar fasciitis, which is on the bottom of your foot, or also into your heel and your Achilles tendon from plantar fasciitis. All that's easy to fix. It just takes time and consistency.
Very good.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to put in the work even after the practice.
Even when
you're not working, you put in work.
Right.
All right.
Another question?
And also, so I want to talk to you a little bit about. So I took care of his dogs at one point over the summer during June.
Yes.
It was very good. I'm really grateful for that.
It was great. I was too.
And I just want to talk about that a little bit because it's very interesting. His dogs are especially they're not aggressive, but like they're a bit intimidating. Let's just say. And I was very intimidated at first when I was taking care of his dogs, and it was definitely tough, like having to like wait what.
You just died.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but it was tough. But it was fun. I wanted to also ask about your trip down to Europe.
Yes.
And how that went.
It was fantastic. So we went. It was our 20th anniversary. Jennifer and I. It was our 20th anniversary this year on June 12th. So we went to Europe. We went and flew out to Barcelona and were there 4 days, and then we got on a cruise ship. And we were on that for 15 days, and we went to Gibraltar, Marseille, France, and a couple of cities over there. We went to Kotor, Montenegro. Wow. We went to 4 places in Italy, including Rome and Florence and Salerno and I forget all the places we went in Italy, and then we went 4 places in Greece: Mykonos, Crete, Corfu, and Athens. And then we stayed in Athens for 4 more days. So it was, and then we stayed in London for a day, and then we came home. So it was fabulous. It was a lot of fun.
What was like your favorite place you went to down there?
I would have loved to spend more time in Florence and in I would love to spend more time in Salerno. It might have been Barcelona though. Barcelona was a ton of fun. Very crowded. Really hustle bustle city.
Yeah.
Tons of people there, and they stay up all night.
Really?
Like we were walking around at 2 a.m. and there's people going in and out of bars, and the streets are crowded, and people are wandering through.
dang.
People are pushing strollers with their babies in it at 2 a.m. It's crazy town. These people stay up all night. So yeah,
Man.
they just get started. They don't eat dinner till like 9, 10 o'clock.
That sounds like
Oh,
your kind of
man.
people.
It's Barcelona's fun. Barcelona, I could go back to Barcelona, but it's funny. I really appreciate America a ton more. That was too long of a trip for me, but I mean,
That's crazy.
How long was the entire trip?
23 days, something like
Dang.
that. Yeah, it was a long time.
So almost, so like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
weeks?
three weeks and change, but it was a lot of fun. It was
Dang.
a lot of fun. I was glad to be home though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. After a long trip like that, it's always nice to
Mhm.
get back in the abode.
Like,
Yeah.
I could barely like me and Matt went on like a kind of like a camping trip to like down to Ohio, I guess. Like we kind of just did like a driving trip down to like Ohio
Wow.
and like stopped in a bunch of like states. And yeah, that was like 2 weeks for us was just like way too much. We
Yeah,
were
yeah,
so
yeah.
dead tired from traveling.
Oof.
Cause like we travel like to every kind of state, like every like kind of go like one day in one state, and like another day in another state, that sort of thing. And it was like super exhausting, but it was fun though for sure.
Oh.
That sounds really fun as well. Going
It was.
to all those
It was
places.
a
I
lot
mean,
of fun.
so many places too. I guess you're always just kind of busy and on the move.
Yeah, not the kind of vacation I typically like, because I'm already on the move. I'm always doing stuff now. So usually I like vacation. I just want to chill. But, I'm not going back to Europe ever. I don't ever plan on going to Europe again.
Wow.
Well, Europe's crazy. I mean, it's, like Athens is a dumpster fire. It's
Wow.
it's amazing because you go, like we went to the original Olympic Stadium, which is incredible. I mean, I think it
Right.
houses like 60,000 people. It's all made out of marble,
Oh
the
my
entire
gosh.
stadium. And they let you go all throughout the stadium. They have a track down there. It's an all-weather track. Only 6 lanes, just like Capitol.
Are you allowed to go on the track
Yeah.
and like run on it?
Oh yeah, you can. Well, now that
That's
day we
incredible.
didn't get to, because I was going to challenge somebody to a race, but there were people there, and we were going on tours. But they were doing a concert there that night, so you weren't
Got it.
allowed on the track. But you can go in the tunnels, and you get to see all. They have this room where they have all the torches from all the different, one from every Olympic Games, and you get to
That's
see them and touch them. It was amazing.
Can you
Oh,
imagine?
they stay lit, right? Like,
no, not
no, they
anymore.
don't.
Then
thought
they
like-
do. I mean, when they're passing them on, but
Oh, yeah.
once they light the big torch in the stadium wherever it's held, then they extinguish them. So.
Can you imagine being able to run on the track that were like the first Olympics was that's crazy.
That would be awesome.
That would
Like
be
this is the
really
first
cool.
Olympics like back in ancient.
No, this
Or
is
not.
the first Olympics when they revived it in 1896.
Oh.
So they had first the original Olympics was the I forget it's not the Peloponnesian, it's the something like that. It basically
Somewhere in
was
Greece.
all the known world at that time. They had a games, and then they would have wrestling and track events and everything else, and they would compete naked.
Yeah.
So we've made improvements.
Matt would have enjoyed that.
We've made improvements, so it's good. Yeah, but it's
yeah.
funny because Greece, that area, and then where the parliament and the presidential palace, and then what's called the Plaka, which is an original, where the Acropolis is, and the Pantheon and all that stuff. Where Paul went on Mars Hill and preached the gospel and all that stuff. All that is gorgeous, beautiful. Big shopping, and it's all limestone ground, and it's just amazing, beautiful area. Lots of restaurants and everything else. You step 5 feet out of that area, and it looks like Detroit. I mean, it's in fact, Detroit looks way better than Athens. Is a dumpster fire. They have no money. They have no industry. All they have is tourism. They're having a tough time. So you go to your hotel and you walk in the door. It's 5-star. You walk outside, and it's like, wow, I'm gonna have to step somebody here, I mean,
That's how it was in Hawaii as well.
Really?
Like, because they had like a bunch of hotels and like super nice like touristy areas like near the coastline. And like you go inland, like kind of mainland, it's just like a dump.
Where?
Honestly.
Which island?
Like we were in I think we're on Maui, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
It was kind of a dump, honestly. Like in the actual like city part of it.
Okay.
So
Hey, that's what you get a lot of these places. It's just thrives off tourism is really just the big industry there.
Makes you appreciate America.
And thankfully, Vietnam wasn't like that
America.
too bad. Thankfully, Vietnam isn't like that too bad because it's still obviously a lot of their own. There's a lot of tourism there, but it's still a lot of just the downtown area isn't too bad. It's almost like a downtown area you'd see around here. And we weren't in we're more in Sapa. That's where it's more just a rural area, but that's because it's a rice farming village and all that. So it's not too crazy, but.
wow.
But yeah, so it's interesting to see the actual lives. Jamaica is more like that, where it's like you've got, I think, what's the name of there's Ocho Rios, I think is the name of the one tourist location.
Right.
And they've got stuffs there, and all of a sudden we visit there. But then everywhere else is kind of just like
Yeah.
Oh, it's
normal.
complete poverty.
Yeah.
complete poverty.
It's normal like that.
Yeah, I've been there.
How are the people there in Athens though? Because I know the people
they
in
were
Jamaica
great.
I loved. It was fantastic.
They were super nice. All the cab drivers love Trump. It's funny. They all laugh. As soon as they find out you're from America, oh, how's Trump? We need a Trump here so bad.
That's great.
But it's tough. They don't have jobs. You know, they're struggling. So they're. But it's funny. They the people are super nice. But you know pretty quick when you're in the wrong neighborhood because all of the graffiti goes from being in Greek to being in Farsi, and that's when you know, oh, I'm in the wrong neighborhood, dude. So because there's a huge Muslim influence, big influx that they have all throughout Europe. So and it's a ghetto. Nobody has any money and everybody's desperate and everything else. I went running while we were there. I would go out and run, in the city. And Jennifer was really nervous.
This is how
about
dedicated he is to running.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing.
During vacation.
Well, but here's the thing. So for me, it's like, and this is what I told her. She goes, "Oh, I don't want you to run. It's not safe." And I said, "Look, if they can't outrun me, if they can outrun me, then they can't whoop me. Mm-hmm. And if they can whoop me, then they can't outrun me."
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, the reality is, people who are gonna do some kind of crime are looking for somebody weak, right? So if you don't display weakness, then they're like, that's too much work. They'll go on to the next guy, right? If they're going to do something evil. So if you're just present yourself as, dude, you don't want to do this, then you'll be fine.
That's the moral. The moral of the story, guys. There is running will protect you when you're out.
Running will always
in
protect
bad
you.
locations.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All you got to do, kick them and run.
Kick them and
right?
It's the classic bear analogy. As long as there's someone slower, you're fine.
Exactly.
Unless you're ready to fight the bear.
True.
That's it, Natalie and Jack. If you ask them, that's our saying.
Yeah.
If you see me in the woods fighting a bear, you better jump in and help the bear.
Help the bear. I like that.
You just got to be ready.
I like that a lot.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and speaking of Natalie and Jack.
Yes.
So I'm actually a little bit curious.
Yes.
So you don't have to answer this.
Okay.
It's just kind of
okay.
for fun. But who's your favorite child?
Oh, ouch.
That's a difficult one. It depends what day it is.
Oh, that
Depends on how they're acting. Yeah.
All right.
They know.
All right.
Yeah.
Some days it's like, Jack,
you gotta bring
such a wonderful. We're so blessed to have you, Natalie. Go to your room.
Yeah.
And then other days it's like, Natalie, thank you for being so calm and considerate. Jack, why are you playing Fortnite still? Get on.
Yeah. Act right.
There you
go.
It's Minecraft now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Minecraft.
That's the game.
Oh, it's.
Oh yeah.
I think you're totally out of luck.
Every once in a while he'll do Minecraft. Yeah, that's like for 7-year-olds.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
He's
for all
really
ages.
Okay.
Really
Here's the deal. This comes under the same heading as Tang. Coach, do you play Fortnite? No, because I'm a man.
Okay, yeah. Fortnite.
Men don't know.
That's
Men don't. Okay, look. Here's the problem. All these 30-year-old men, and I say men, who are playing video games on a regular basis, you are not a man.
Oh, he's laying down.
A man has a job. A man has a job. A man takes care of his family. right? A man does not sit for hours playing video games. That's
Sure.
not a man. Okay? You have stuff to do. That's it.
There was a time when I was more like, obviously I'm still doing stuff now,
That's
but
okay.
there was funny.
I'll just take Luke's thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, have some. There's plenty there.
I was gonna take Luke. You don't want to
yeah.
waste this.
I've looked at that so many times and just been like, anyway. But there was a time when it was, I want to say around my junior year and some of my senior year, where I was honestly just so busy that I didn't have rhyme or reason for any video games to any extent. Now I'm doing a lot more because I have a little more time on my hands and I'm enjoying just hanging out with my friends and stuff again online. But it's really just, you feel
It's
so,
addicting.
it's so, what's the word? I almost feel like, especially with who I am personally, I always want to be doing something productive. So when I'm playing video games, I'm sitting here just like, well, I mean, I've been working all day, but I still want to be productive, but I should be taking a break. But at the same time, I want to, like, video games is not that productive. So
Except
hopefully.
for Minecraft, because you're building
Minecraft, see, the nice thing is we got the Christian Minecraft
Sure.
server going
Yes.
on, and there's so much wholesome, just conversation, talk between friends. It's great. Bringing people together. It's wonderful.
No F's in the chat.
All right.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
So yeah, I totally get you on the, once you get older and things get down to business, it's like, yeah, man, I got the bigger stuff to worry about.
I'd say it's been the opposite for me now.
Oh gosh.
Like I used to not play like any video games back when I was younger, but now I'm like get into it a little bit.
How are you on time?
It is not.
I think it's time that we end the podcast. I think
Wait a
that was,
minute. I want to, before you end the podcast, do
Okay.
we have enough time?
yeah, we got a couple minutes.
I actually want to get into
Like
a
a minute or
subject
two.
of discussion with both of you because I was thinking about this as I was getting ready to come to the podcast. I knew you'd have your content.
Okay,
but
here. Hold on. Before we start that, I'm going to reset the timer.
All right,
just so
reset
we're
the
safe,
timer.
because I don't want to.
Reset the timer.
Coach Harry came with
He
some
came very prepared.
questions to deal.
Ready to play. That's
All right. I don't even need to turn the timer on my phone for this one. 'Cause
Okay.
We're just going to end it before it gets to the 20-minute mark. Okay.
Okay.
Dish it out.
So here's the thing. Both of you are getting ready to go to college,
Yep.
right? You're going to American River.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to Cal Poly. Matt at American River and Big George is going to be at Folsom Lake College.
Yeah.
So as you get ready to go to college, studies of people who have a Christian faith and then go to college find that 45% of people walk away from their faith as they go to college.
That used to be 41% a couple of years ago. That's
Right.
what we named our youth group after it. It was 4-1 because 41%, and also because you'd have just the 4-1 being for God.
Right.
So anyway, it was cool.
So the question
that's
is,
pretty good.
the question is, what are you doing to prepare yourself to be one of the 55%?
Ooh. So this is a good question.
That's a really good question.
So
That's what I thought.
I've got the starting off for this one. So obviously staying plugged in is a big thing.
What does that mean?
So when you're going off to college, you're moving into a new space, a new season of your life, a new area where it's a lot different than where you are now. And so because of that, it's now your beliefs, your faith, whatever you're doing is now your own. So there's no restriction. That's like this almost shell shock of, I've got my life, and that's basically like I'm the center. I make the decisions of what I'm doing. So because of that, then you see a lot of people, whether it be now going out and getting into drugs, or going out and partying, or doing whatever the heck they want, and walking away from their faith. Even if you are a Christian, then that's what you get. It's just because, oh hey, I can do whatever I want now. Oh, my parents' faith isn't my own. I just do whatever I want. So staying plugged in to some extent with what you're doing is on your own personal side of not necessarily staying plugged into your family so that you're trying to keep a tie there necessarily, but for, say, with your church or wherever you're going. Because if you just leave everything, then it's hard to be, okay, get back into it. And as long as you're intentional and with yourself and it's your own, then it's not too hard. You obviously can find a new church if you're, say, going out of state or going farther away. Nate, this would be your case. But staying plugged in. So what I'm doing right now is intentionally, I'm sound booth director person in for our one church, and I've been doing that for years. So I'm moving out of the high school, but I'm still staying in that because we just need people there because it's all volunteer.
Right.
So I need to train up some people to actually, for when they do take up my place there. So that's where I am as far as that church. So Sunday mornings, I'm up 7 o'clock. I talked about this in the recent video too, because I was going
Oh,
in
yeah, you
Sunday
did.
mornings. I'm getting up at 6 o'clock, getting to church at 7, and just there until about 10. And now what's starting up is also I'm now working as a leader in local, which is the church here. So I'm getting plugged in with the kids there, and I want to start moving more into just doing leadership roles and just being there for the kids and teaching them, because honestly it's cool to see. And I'm Mr. Collins definitely left me some wisdom of that I should go into teaching to some extent. So I'm trying to express that out there. And then as far as just outside of just the Sunday routine, just staying intentional with my faith, always being sure to make sure that I'm staying in the Word. It's been a long time now, because I've had decent freedom of my own for a while now. My parents being like, yeah, you're 18, so here you go. So a lot of it is, and especially because now my parents don't go to that same church because they go to Capital. So now it's a lot of me, okay, yeah, I'm going to that church, so I'm going there every morning. So it's not necessarily me connected to my parents anymore as far as what oh yeah, the message, do you like it? We're sitting next to each other in church service. So it's a lot of my own now. And so I'm trying to stay intentional, trying to, whether it be throughout the week, just prayer, give the honor and glory to God, all that. And then just making sure you're staying in the Word too, because that's important. Yeah. And just honestly, just being intentional, making sure it's your own. That's where I've been at. So yeah.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I'd say for me, it's definitely going to be a challenge for sure, since I'm going to be going off. Like, I'm not staying like home for college. But for me, it's been finding people at Cal Poly that have like the similar beliefs as I do, and like that wants to help me like build my faith stronger as well. And like, for instance, there's like this group called Crew. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's kind of like a Christian organization on Cal Poly's campus. So I've just been getting connected with that and talking to people who like want to mentor me and like meet up with me, and so that's been like definitely the big thing, is like signing up for that and being able to have people just keep me accountable, and also to having people show me like different churches like around the area. I want to get like plugged in as soon as possible when I get there, so I don't like kind of fall off, and just like stay connected with a community of people that believe in Jesus as well, and definitely like staying in the Word too. Like is something. I mean, I've definitely struggled with it a little bit this summer, because I've just been, I just haven't been as focused on it and been focused on other things. But I think that as well, like I want to get back on that so I can, like stay connected in the Word, and just like keep a close connection with God. So that's kind of some of the things I've been doing.
You came in hot with that question. That was good.
Yeah,
Just saying. I was thinking about you guys. You guys moving on. You're going to that next stage in life, and it's important. It's an important stage. This is a time of transition, so you can either go in unprepared and just have happen whatever happens, or you can go in with a plan, right? And make sure that you're going to be protecting yourselves, and I mean, the biggest thing is, there's a couple of verses is that Paul says, don't be confused. Bad company corrupts good morals, right?
Facts.
And as you make excuses for people who are otherwise cool, and as you make little sacrifices over and over and over, it becomes more and more and more, and then pretty soon you just find yourself, man, how did I get here? All of a sudden you're off in a whole different place, and now you don't have mom and dad looking over your shoulder. You're not even in the same town, I mean, so yeah, you're going to have all this freedom and nobody knows you, and so really your accountability level is way down, and you can do whatever you want, but don't be fooled. And then the other thing is, like you were saying about staying in the Word, Paul says that we got to transform ourselves by the renewing of our mind, right? And we renew our mind through the washing of the water with the Word. So you constantly are taking in stuff that is from the world that's gross. You constantly are seeing billboards and TV and this and that and the other. That's just gross. And you got to wash that out, man. You got to counteract all the bad with some good, right? So the way you do that is take the good from the source God gave us, which is the Bible, right?
Yeah. Amen.
And even if it's a little bit, even if you can just do a little bit every day, just a little bit, you eat every day, take 5 minutes, 5 minutes even, and pray and read 5 minutes, right? And then that'll grow on its own. Incremental change, incremental improvement.
That's what I love about it too, is just because how I approach it a lot is I try to make it more of not necessarily a chunk of, I'm going to take an hour and just do this, but I'm making sure I'm intentional throughout my day. So it's just the constant, just like, I'm in the shower. That's usually when I'll just be like, I'm doing nothing there. I'm sitting there, lights off.
Showers.
Lights off, by the way. But anyway, I'm sitting there, lights off, like, you know what?
Lights on.
And like, just start talking to God, just like, hey, what's up? What's happening? Like, it's a really good place to just be like there. And then when I'm just about my day, if something happens, cool, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, shower is a very inspirational place.
So it's the constant going there that I like about just it's like a conversation if you're talking to someone. It's like, even if it's just like a little, hey, here, like checking up on you, or like, how's your day going, all that. It's dope. It's cool. It's awesome. And that's what I enjoy about it a lot. So
yeah, that's definitely been similar for me too. Like, it's not like I have to make a bunch of lengthy prayers and like do this specific, like thing. It's just been me trying to be intentional just throughout the day to like focus my attention on God, less on myself, and and it kind of like takes the fear away a little bit, because like I have my own issues that I go through, and so that definitely like helps throughout the day to just be connected with God and not lose focus.
And I see it as just any normal relationship in general. If you're like, you need the two parts of like, you're in there in the deep conversation, you've got like a slot of time where you're just like spending time in it. And then there's the daily, just like, checking up in it. And like, it's not always, it doesn't have to be, I'm hanging out with you while, because like if you meet up with your friends, like every once in a while, like on our podcast, boom. But then away from here, it's like the occasional text, like, hey, what's up? What are you guys doing? All that, blah, 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 checking in and all that. It's intentional throughout the thing, but then there's also, you got where we meet up, we're talking, things happen, questions like this get dealt around, and it's awesome. Things get real, and you carry that with you for the rest of the week, and there you go.
Nice. It gets deep on a podcast.
But yeah,
sometimes.
So I think that was an even better way to end off the podcast.
Yeah, that was great.
So y'all gonna come in here, and the Honor Podcast, as you guys know, Tang's always flowing, conversations going, and it ends up in places that we weren't even knowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're going to come into the Honor Podcast, you're going to get some honor, you're going to get some love, you're going to get some straight facts. So thank you, Coach Harry, for coming on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Thank you for just enjoying it. It was a very run-themed podcast and kind of what you do.
As well as
so I enjoyed that, yes. And thank you, Nathan, obviously, for coming on as well. You're always in here, with especially with the questions, too, and all that. Grinding, so we see you there. And once again, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we will catch you in the next podcast. So, yeah, I guess that's the wrap up right there.
Boom! Ready to break.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Honor me.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Coach, for coming.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
That was a good one.